Chapter 976. At night, in a high-class villa district. Xiao, why are you looking so down? What unhappy thing did he encounter? Didn't you go shopping with Auntie Lu today? Guan Rui asked when he saw his daughter sitting on the sofa in the living room in a daze. She didn't look too good. Guan Xiao snapped back to reality and said with a frown. Father, I met that woman when I was shopping with Auntie Lu today. I found out that she's the boss of a clothing brand that's been in the limelight recently, and is even supported by the country. Guan Rui smiled nonchalantly. That's it. I thought it was a big deal, and that Lu Tingxiao must be helping her behind the scenes. Otherwise, how could an actress like her be so capable? But I didn't expect Lu Tingxiao to go this far for her. It's as if he's preparing for her to marry into his family. Otherwise, why would he try so hard to raise her value? Guan Rui's face darkened at the thought of this. We can't let that woman continue to be so arrogant. Guan Xiao looked worried. Father, what are you going to do? Lu Tingxiao is so protective of that woman that even Auntie Lu and Uncle Lu don't dare to touch her. After spending some time with Yan Rui, she had heard a lot about that woman from her. She found out that the filial Lu Tingxiao had disobeyed his family many times for that woman, and even quarreled with Lu Chongshan several times. She couldn't believe it. Don't worry, I don't need to do anything. She's a woman who flaunts her beauty and mingles in the entertainment industry. She can't believe it. Guan Rui snorted disdainfully. Guan Xiao realized what her father meant and frowned. Father, you mean, but she's already fawning over Lu Tingxiao. Why would she bother with other men? With Lu Tingxiao as her backing, she doesn't need to sleep with him. She didn't think that woman was that stupid and easy to deal with. Guan Rui shook his head and said, Xiao, you're still too naive. There's no limit to a person's greed. Especially a woman who's been living at the bottom of society since she was young. She's even more greedy, despicable, and fickle. No matter how hard she tries to hide, there'll be a day when she'll give herself away. Father, you mean you've discovered something? Guan Xiao asked tentatively. Guan Rui smiled confidently. Don't worry, Father will take care of this matter. You just need to spend more time with your Aunt Lu, lest they still hold a grudge because of what happened at the birthday banquet. Got it. Guan Xiao nodded and fell into deep thought. In the beginning, because of her pride, she didn't want to use any tricks on that woman. She also felt that it was impossible for her to lose. However, gradually, she found that things were getting out of her control. Lu Tingxiao's attitude towards that woman had repeatedly subverted her understanding. In her memory, the man who was so calm and wise, the only man who could stand shoulder to shoulder with her, was actually bewitched by such a vulgar and lowly woman. She couldn't accept this no matter what. In the end, Guan Xiao finally convinced herself that there was no need to talk about morality with this kind of person. She must wake Lu Tingxiao up and let him return to the person she knew. Chapter 977. While Zeiling's business was in full swing, the crew was also progressing smoothly. The second female lead, Jian Shu, who had been delayed because of the dance competition, also joined the crew. She was a ballet dancer and had good looks, temperament, and acting skills. As for Shen Hanchen and Qi Fang, ever since they had seen Ning Shi in women's clothes, their attitudes towards her had improved. They cooperated with her and didn't deliberately pick on her. Unknowingly, the filming had come to an end, and the schedule was shortened by 2 months. Shen Mian was overjoyed. That morning, as soon as Ning Shi arrived at the set, she bounced up to Ku Mingyu and handed him a pink bag. Cuckoo. I brought you breakfast. Looking up at the breakfast his wife had given him, Ku Mingyu looked gentle. Thank you, senior. Oh, and milk. Take it. Nourish your body. Ning Shi handed him a carton of strawberry milk. Senior, where's mine? Where's mine? Why only Mingyu has it? Senior, you're so biased. You only bring breakfast for Mingyu every day. Qi Fang's resentful voice came from behind. Because Cuckoo caught a snake for me. Ning Shi looked at Qi Fang and said meaningfully. Qi Fang clutched his chest, indicating that he had suffered a blow to his heart. He was so angry. All his hard work had gone to others. He had worked so hard to catch that snake, but Ku Mingyu had taken advantage of it. If he had known this would happen, he would have saved the damsel in distress. Oh, what's wrong? You don't need saving at all. But thinking about it carefully, Senior's attitude towards Kumingyu seemed to have changed since the day Kumingyu caught the snake for her. Not long after breakfast, Ningxi bounced up to Kumingyu again. Kuku. Come here and practice with me. Okay. Kumingyu nodded. Senior, it's not fair. Why do you only practice with Kumingyu? Qifeng scurried over from the corner again. His resentment almost materialized. Ningxi said matter-of-factly, because Kuku is not a professional. As a senior, I have to take care of him. Qifeng almost broke down and scratched his head. Senior, don't you think you're blind? Other than you, his acting skills are the best in the cast. Also, why did you call him Kuku, but not me Chi-Chi? You can also let it go. Ningxi blinked. Chi-Chi, let go, that sounds awful. Qifeng, who was despised, covered his face and ran away in tears. It was too creepy. He didn't care about Shen Hanchen. Ji Yuming and Jianshu were girls, but why was Kumingyu more favored than him? Kumingyu was clearly not as handsome as him. Ji Yuming rested her chin on her hand and muttered, Big brother you really are too biased towards Kumingyu. Even I'm jealous. Ha 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 sigh, it's his fault for being so miserable in the drama. I can only treat him better in reality. Ningxi said with a smile. Who asked him to be my boyfriend? Hee. Shin Mian watched from the side as the group of young people got along well with each other. Her heart was filled with emotion, and she felt as if she had returned to the time 10 years ago when she first started filming. Seeing that the props for the set were almost ready, Shin Mian clapped her hands. Everyone get ready. We're about to start filming. Okay, director. Coming. Chapter 978. 3, 2, 1. Action. In this scene there are 1 male, 2 male, 3 male, 1 female, 2 female, 3 female. All 6 main leads are present. Furthermore, this scene is also the highlight of the entire drama. Thus, in order to shoot a better effect, Shin Mian intentionally pushed back this scene to now and waited for everyone to get used to each other before starting to shoot. Setting. KTV private room characters. Xia Ji Feishue, Lin Yu, Yunsen Li Jiang Xiaohai, Ji Yuming plot. With the help of the female lead, Ji Feishue, Xia finally successfully wooed the goddess Yunsen Li and confirmed their relationship. Today is Yunsen Li's birthday, and Xia invited his friends to celebrate for her. Hahaha, this cup of wine is to our birthday girl Yunsen Li and Xia. I wish the two of you to be of love forever and have a son soon. Jiang Xiaohai raised his wine cup and teased. Yunsen Li was slightly embarrassed by Jiang Xiaohai's words while Xia laughed and hammered Jiang Xiaohai's shoulder. What nonsense are you saying? That's right. Shouldn't you guys give a toast to your matchmaker? Jiang Xiaohai looked at Ji Feishue's direction and jeered. After all, Xia's EQ is negative, and it was all because of Ji Feishue that he was able to woo the goddess. Hearing that, Yunsen Li and Xia's expression faltered for a moment. This seemingly joyous birthday party is actually a turbulent undercurrent, as everyone has their own thoughts. In reality, Yunsen Li fell in love at first sight with Ji Feishue, who confessed on Xia's behalf, and even directly told Ji Feishue her feelings. But Ji Feishue deeply loved Xia and rejected Yunsen Li without any leeway. Yunsen Li only agreed to date Xia to take revenge on Ji Feishue. At the same time, Xia had already gradually discovered his strange feelings towards Ji Feishue. In order to escape the fact that he liked a man, he immediately started dating Yunsen Li. At the same time, he thought that his good brother Ji Feishue also liked Yunsen Li. Regarding this, he actually did not know if he should be jealous of Yunsen Li or Ji Feishue. As for Lin Yu, he viewed everyone's secret as an outsider and also guarded his own secret. For this scene, everyone's acting must be on point. As long as one person is unable to keep up, there will be repeated NGs. Thus, the difficulty is very high. There were a few NGs in the beginning, but the filming continued. Looking at Xia and Yunsen Li, who were passionately in love, Ji Feishue kept smiling happily as she drank wine and gave her blessings to the two of them. It was as if she was the happiest one today. However, the sorrow in her eyes had already spread into the ocean. In the corner, Lin Yu's gaze had always been on Ji Feishue, and the depths of his eyes were unfathomable. Ji Feishue was getting drunk. She staggered to the high stool in the middle and ordered the onion. If your eyes could descend for me for a moment, if you could hear the sound of my heart breaking, if you could silently protect me, if you could silently wait for a miracle, if you could silently let yourself be like air. Everyone is eating, chatting, and laughing. Tonight is such a happy night. I'm in the corner, laughing so well. The onion at the bottom of the plate is like me, always a seasoning, secretly watching you, secretly hiding myself. If you're willing to peel away my heart layer by layer, you'll find that you'll be surprised. You're my most repressed, deepest secret. I'm just an onion, forever a supporting character. I hope that I can have one more second with you, an exclusive plot. This song was like a sharp sword that pierced through everyone's disguise. Chapter 979. After singing, Ji Feishue rushed out of the room uncontrollably. The person who followed closely behind was actually Yunsen Senli. Yunsen Qianli thought that Ji Feishue also likes her, and thought that he sang this song for her. She thought that he let her go because of his brotherly relationship with Xia. The scene changed, and the camera followed the actors to the hallway of the KTV. Fei Bai. Yin Qianli stumbled over and plucked up her courage to hug Ji Feishue from behind. Ji Feishue's body stiffened. She knew she should push her away. However, at this moment, his body was completely out of control. She slowly turns around and hugs Yin Qianli. After that, Xia, who had chased after them from the private room, happened to see this scene. When he saw his good brother hugging his girlfriend, his pupils suddenly shrank. Ji Fei Bai. What do you mean? Ji Feishue's eyes were emotionless as she quietly looked at him. Xia, tonight, you didn't even look at me once. Now you finally look at me. What? Xia was shocked by Ji Feishue's gaze. Ji Feishue stared fixedly at the man in front of her. The desperate emotions in her eyes became more and more turbulent. She slowly opened her mouth and said, "A dragon that doesn't know how to write letters. If it misses the night, it will kidnap the princess so that the knight can see it." Xia's expression changed. What do you mean? Ji Feishue's eyes looked as if something had broken out of a cage. What I mean is, Xia, I like you. In that instant, Xia's shock, Yin Qianli's disbelief, Qifeng's sluggishness, Ji Yuming's sigh, and Lin Yu's faded grief. Ka. Very good. Pass. Shen Mian yelled excitedly. The director had already called for a break, but Shen Hanchen, Qifeng, Ji Yuming, and Jian Shu were still immersed in the scene. Only Ning Shi and Ku Mingyu instantly stopped acting, their expressions returning to normal. Qifeng patted his chest and said, "Fuck. This scene was so fucking awesome." Ji Yuming nodded repeatedly. Especially Brother Shi, his eyes are amazing. Hanchen was also very powerful today. However, what shocked me the most was still Ku Mingyu. He didn't even have a single line in this scene, but it made my heart ache. Ji Yuming wasn't the only one who felt this way. Xiao Tao, makeup artist Yi Qiu, and a few other workers were huddled together and whispering excitedly. It's over, it's over. I found that I like the second male lead Lin Yu more and more. What should I do? Me too, me too. I really hope that the heroine can be with Lin Yu. Lin Yu is too pitiful. He's done so much for the female lead, but the female lead only has the male lead in her eyes. My heart aches so much. Moreover, I somehow feel that Brother Shi and Ku Mingyu are a good match. Why? Ha 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 ha, you're not alone. Shin Mian was in a good mood as she watched the video. Everyone is doing well, and we're making good progress. Starting tomorrow, all of you will have 2 days off. Everyone cheered. Shen Hanchen was holding a book in his hand. He was looking for Ning Shi, but he didn't see her. Ku Mingyu also disappeared at the same time. Shen Hanchen's eyes couldn't help but dim a little. Ever since he saw Ning Shi in women's clothing, his eyes had been following her uncontrollably. Gradually, he realized that the way Ning Shi looked at Ku Mingyu was very different. It wasn't the first time that the two of them disappeared at the same time. Coupled with Ning Shi's special attitude towards Ku Mingyu, although there was no concrete evidence, everything seemed to point in one direction. However, he didn't want to believe it. Whether it was in terms of family background or appearance, between him and Ku Mingyu, how could she fall for Ku Mingyu and not him? Chapter 980. In the empty lounge. Ningxi blocked Ko Mingyu behind the door, and was about to tiptoe to kiss him. What are you doing? Ko Mingyu raised his eyebrows and avoided her kiss. Ningxi puffed up her cheeks unhappily. To comfort your broken heart, of course. The man chuckled. Stop it. This is the set. Be careful. Ningxi was speechless. It had only been a few days. He was even more dedicated than her. How is that possible? Our crew is so low-key and we don't have any big names. Which idiot paparazzi would come here to dig up news? Kiss. Kiss. Ningxi jumped up and down. The man had no choice but to bend down. Good boy, I only like you. Ningxi patted the man's head and kissed his cheek, as if she was comforting a child. The man laughed. Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm just filming. Although he would occasionally lose control when he saw her and Shen Hanshin's scenes, ever since he personally experienced the process of filming and saw how serious and focused she was, he was gradually able to separate filming from reality and control his emotions. Ningxi looked up at the arrogant man in front of her. Seeing the changes he had made for her, she had an indescribable feeling. Darling, I must have saved the world in my previous life to meet you in this life. Ningxi vowed. Then I must have been by your side in my previous life and saved the world with you. Ding. The devil's sweet talk skill was online. In the evening at the Guan family's villa, Guan Xiao pushed open the door of the study. Father, what's up? Xiao, come here. Let me show you something. Guan Rui was smiling. He seemed to be in a good mood. What? Guan Xiao walked over, puzzled. Guan Rui pushed the laptop in front of her. Look at this. Was it the one her father had mentioned? Guan Xiao glanced at Guan Rui, then walked over nervously. Guan Xiao was stunned when she glanced at the laptop. There was a photo on the screen. The woman in the photo had a sweet smile on her face and was kissing a man on her tiptoes. The man and woman looked very intimate. The photo was clear. The woman in the photo was Ningxi, but the man in the photo was not Lu Tingxiao. After seeing this photo, Guan Xiao's eyes widened in disbelief, and then she hurriedly pressed the mouse to continue scrolling. The rest of the photos were all of Ningxi and this strange man. The two of them were very intimate. Obviously, this was not the first time they had an affair. Guan Xiao was in disbelief. How could this be? Guan Rui snorted coldly. There's nothing strange about it. I've said it before. This kind of woman is fickle and restless. She'll definitely give herself away one day. Guan Ziyao's face was full of anger. This is too much. Lu Tingxiao treated her so well. How could she do such a shameless thing? Guan Ziyao looked at the photos over and over again. What she felt was more relief than anger. The uneasiness and gloom of the past few days had all disappeared at this moment. It was over. She knew that with these photos, Ningxi would be finished. Even if Lu Tingxiao was mesmerized by her, no man would be able to accept his girlfriend doing such a thing behind his back. Chapter 981. What are you going to do with these photos, father? Guan Xiao asked. Guan Rui pondered for a moment and analyzed the situation. I was going to hand them over to the major news agencies to expose them and ruin that woman's reputation. However, after some consideration, I decided that it wasn't necessary. Given Lu Tingxiao's ability, he will definitely find out that we did it. If he finds out, we will expose his scandals and it will make him angry. After all, this concerns a man's reputation. Guan Xiao nodded. Yes, I don't want him to be embarrassed. So, I suggest that you give these photos to him openly. Then, you can tell him that I sent someone to check it. As for that woman, do you think she will have a good ending when Lu Tingxiao sees these photos? I understand, father. I'll contact Lu Tingxiao now. Okay, go ahead. At the same time, at the Platinum Palace, Lu Tingxiao was working in the study when Ningxi, who had been busy in the kitchen, knocked on the door with a bowl of soup. Boss, it's time for supper. During this time, Lu Tingxiao not only had to deal with the company's affairs, but he also had to film. Ningxi felt sorry for him, so she came to cook for him every day and made supper for him every night. As a result, during this period of time, not only did Lu Tingxiao not lose any weight, he even gained some weight. His complexion was abnormally rosy, and he looked radiant every day. Even Xiaobao had gained quite a bit of weight from Ningxi's feeding. What is it today? Lu Tingxiao asked as he put down the document in his hand. Ningxi looked like she was presenting a treasure. Ginseng and deer antler chicken soup. It's very nutritious. Drink it. As soon as she opened the lid, the room was filled with an alluring aroma. Lu Tingxiao was taken aback. His expression was indescribable. Deer antler. Ningxi seemed to realize something. Deer antler seems to have aphrodisiac properties. I don't care. It's very nutritious anyway. Anything is nutritious. You just need to drink it quickly. I've been working so hard. You've worked so hard during this period of time. You must properly nourish yourself. Lu Tingxiao's face darkened. I don't think I need to nourish myself in some ways. This was a matter of a man's ability. Hey, just ignore the deer antler. There's still ginseng and chicken. Ningxi personally scooped a spoonful and fed it to him. Are you going to be responsible for the consequences? Lu Tingxiao gave her a meaningful look. Ningxi's face stiffened. There won't be any consequences, right? As the two of them were talking, Lu Tingxiao's phone lit up. There was a new message. Ningxi's sharp eyes caught the name Guanxiao. Lu Tingxiao also saw it from the corner of his eyes. He didn't hide it from Ningxi and directly clicked open the message in front of her. The message read, Lu Tingxiao, I'm very sorry. My father hid something from me and found out that Miss Ning had an affair with a male actor from the same production team. I hesitated for a long time, but I still feel like I need to tell you. I know you won't believe me, but I've already sent it to your email. If you have time, take a look. After reading the text, Ningxi blinked her eyes. I had an affair with a male actor in the same crew? Lu Tingxiao. Chapter 982. Ningxi subconsciously glanced at Lu Tingxiao, only to see that there was no emotion on the man's face. After reading it, he put the phone aside and began to drink the soup. Hey Lu Tingxiao, don't you check your email? Ningxi asked, holding her chin. No. Why? It's not necessary. What do you mean? It's absolutely necessary. Because I'm dying of curiosity. Look at it. Ningxi sat on Lu Tingxiao's lap and urged him. Lu Tingxiao glanced at her helplessly and clicked on his email. Sure enough, there was a new email. The sender was Guanxiao, and there was a compressed attachment. He didn't know if it was a photo or a document. Hurry up and download it, Ningxi urged. Lu Tingxiao clicked the mouse and downloaded the attachment to his computer. The internet speed was fast and it was downloaded in a few seconds. Then he unzipped it. A folder appeared on the desktop. He clicked on it and glanced at the pictures. They were all densely packed photos. Ningxi couldn't stand Lu Tingxiao's slow movements. She put her hand over his and clicked on one of the photos. Then, in an instant, both of their expressions became indescribable. Ningxi touched her forehead. I knew it. Lu Tingxiao looked displeased. I told you not to mess around. Ahem, I'm not messing around. It's not the paparazzi who took the photos. It's your childhood sweetheart who grew up with you, okay? Besides, we did it secretly every time. If someone hadn't been watching us 24/7, we would never have been discovered. Ningxi said as she flipped through the photos happily. Hey, you don't say, it's really not bad. The light. The angle. You even took this picture of me secretly kissing you. There's also a picture of me secretly sticking a straw in your head. Ahaha. Aya, there's also this picture of me pinning you against the wall. I'm so shy. Lu Tingxiao, hurry up and send me a copy. Hurry up. These photos were all of Ningxi and Kumingyu, that is Lu Tingxiao. No wonder she was having an affair with a male actor in the crew. There's nothing wrong with it, it's really common. However, thinking about it, Ningxi felt that something was wrong. She snorted, squinted at Lu Tingxiao and said faintly, Your sweetheart who grew up with you and is close to you seems to care about you very much, huh? Seeing Ningxi's jealous expression, Lu Tingxiao enjoyed it very much. He put his arm around her waist and asked, Are you jealous? Don't change the topic. I also heard that because your IQ was too high at that time, you couldn't get along with anyone your age. Only Guanxiao could talk to you, so you had the best relationship with her, right? Do you like her type? Do you like smart women like Guanxiao? Ningxi was angry. Lu Tingxiao said in all seriousness, "No, I like the dumb ones." "Who's stupid?" "You're the dumb one." Ningxi's hair stood on end. She climbed down from his lap and took the tonic soup away. "I'm confiscating it. No more." Lu Tingxiao looked at the girl's back as she ran away. He glanced at his lower body and his eyes darkened. She ran away fast. A cell phone rang. The caller ID was Mo Ling Tian. Lu Tingxiao picked it up. "Hello." "Hello, Lu Tingxiao, why do you sound so strange?" As a man he shivered. "What's up?" "You're in a bad mood. Come out and have a drink with me," Mo Ling Tian said weakly. Chapter 983. He had waited so long for Ziyao to call him yesterday, but she did it because of Lu Tingxiao. Also, during this period of time, he had tried to follow Lu Tingxiao's method one by one, but there was no progress at all. The ultimate reason was that he could not be cold in front of Ziyao. In short, he was so tired. "I'm not free." Lu Tingxiao rejected him as usual. "Not free? What are you busy with?" Mo Ling Tian asked in a muffled voice. "Quarreling with my wife," Lu Tingxiao said and hung up. Mo Ling Tian was speechless. He said it was a quarrel, but it sounded like he was abusing a dog. He wanted to quarrel with Ziyao in the middle of the night. Sigh, in the living room of the Guan house. "How is it, Yao? Did you tell Lu Tingxiao?" Guan Rui asked. Guan Ziyao nodded. "I was afraid that he would feel awkward if I told him over the phone. So I sent him a text and an email. I saw that the text and email were all read, so he must know, but he hasn't replied to me yet." Guan Rui said in a knowing tone, "He's a man. He needs time to digest this kind of thing. This is a good opportunity for you. Although girls should be more reserved, you should take the initiative when you need to. Take advantage of this time to accompany him. Don't give such a good opportunity to someone else. Do you understand what I mean?" Guan Ziyao nodded. "I know what to do." "Okay." Guan Rui looked at his daughter with satisfaction, knowing that she would not let him down. After returning to her room, Guan Ziyao walked to the balcony and thought for a moment before calling Mo Ling Tian. Mo Ling Tian had just been mercilessly rejected and abused by Lu Tingxiao. When he was feeling hopeless, he didn't expect that his phone would ring again in the next second. And it was a call from Guan Ziyao. Why would Ziyao call him so late at night? Mo Ling Tian was instantly revived. However, he did not dare to be too happy this time. He asked carefully, "Hello, Ziyao. What's up so late at night?" "Nothing much. I just thought that the weather is pretty good recently, so I want to invite a few friends to go hiking and camping. Are you interested?" Guan Ziyao asked. Mo Ling Tian was pleasantly surprised. Just when he was about to agree, he finally recalled the strategy that Lu Tingxiao had given him. He said in a slightly reserved manner, "When? Let me see if I'm free." "Tomorrow is the weekend. How about tomorrow?" "Tomorrow. I should be free, okay?" Mo Ling Tian tried hard to maintain a reserved and cold persona. "That's great. Can you ask Lu Tingxiao if he wants to go?" As soon as he finished speaking, Mo Ling Tian's joyful expression suddenly froze. "Lu Tingxiao, I don't think he will go." "What's wrong?" Guan Ziyao asked immediately. "He's quarreling with Ningxi. I guess he doesn't have time," Mo Ling Tian said casually. Obviously, he didn't want to ask. "Fight." Guan Ziyao knew that it was probably because of the photos. She continued, "Since you're in a bad mood, you should come out and relax. Didn't Tingxiao like to climb mountains whenever he was in a bad mood?" "Ling Tian, can you help me ask?" "Okay." Guan Ziyao was a cautious person. She thought carefully and felt that she should take the initiative, but she could not go too far. As far as she knew, Lu Tingxiao did not like women who took the initiative. Moreover, if she took the initiative, it would be too degrading. Even if she wanted to approach him, she should do it naturally. Therefore, she decided to use this method, and asking Mo Ling Tian to make the appointment was undoubtedly the most appropriate. Chapter 984. On the other end of the phone, Mo Ling Tian was silent for a long time and finally said, "Okay, I'll ask him for you. Then I'll leave it to you. Good night." "Good night." After hanging up Guan Ziyao's call, Mo Lingtian threw his phone away and lit a cigarette. He leaned back on the sofa and smoked quietly for a while. There was dead silence in the cool room. After some time, the man suddenly kicked over the coffee table in front of him. After a burst of noise, the living room was in a mess, and the huge TV screen emitted bursts of sparks. After a long time, the ruthlessness on Mo Lingtian's face faded a little. He took a deep breath, got up, picked up the phone that was thrown away, and dialed Lu Tingxiao's number. Hey Lu Tingxiao, remember to come to camp tomorrow. Don't say you're busy. Otherwise, I'll rush over and fight with you right now. Mo Lingtian's tone was obviously a little irritable and out of control. What happened? Lu Tingxiao's calm voice came from the other end of the phone. There was a hint of doubt in his voice. Nothing. Anyway, you just need to come over. If you don't come, our friendship will end here. That's all. I'm hanging up. Mo Lingtian said and directly hung up. The phone fell to the ground. Mo Lingtian's face was full of bitterness. He raised his hand and slapped himself hard. Mo Lingtian, when are you going to be a bitch? But he had no choice. He couldn't not be a bitch. He couldn't not love her. In the study, Lu Tingxiao looked at the phone that was hung up, and his face was slightly gloomy. When Lu Tingxiao went downstairs, Ningxi was urgently dealing with the remaining ginseng deer antler soup. Ah. Sure enough, this soup can't be drunk randomly. Quickly pour it out. While she was busy, she suddenly felt a weight on her shoulder, and then a warm embrace came from behind. What's up? Ningxi used her arm to turn back and said angrily. I'll take you to vent your anger tomorrow. Do you want to go? Lu Tingxiao asked. Ah. Vent. What do you mean? Ningxi was puzzled. I just promised Mo Lingtian to go hiking tomorrow, Lu Tingxiao replied. Hiking? Did this have anything to do with venting her anger? Unless Guanxiao was here too. So Lu Tingxiao wanted to take this opportunity to make Guanxiao give up? Ningxi didn't mind. Sure. I don't have to film tomorrow, so I can relax there. Ningxi looked at Lu Tingxiao excitedly and suggested, shall we take Xiaobao with us? Lu Tingxiao said without hesitation, no. Why? Why didn't you bring Xiaobao? Ningxi said unhappily, Lu Tingxiao, it's too bright. Ningxi was speechless. Who would say that about their own son? While the two of them were talking, the sound of footsteps came from behind them. He saw little Bun, who was wearing pajamas, standing behind him. He looked at his father unhappily, as if the baby had heard him. Ningxi hurriedly ran over and picked up the little Bun. Oh baby, why are you awake? Cough. Don't listen to your father's nonsense. He was the third wheel. And it was the brightest kind. The reason why I didn't bring you along was that climbing the mountain was too tiring. Mama will sleep with you tonight. Don't be angry, let's ignore him. Ningxi glared at Lu Tingxiao and then coaxed the little Bun upstairs. Lu Tingxiao. Okay, he was indeed the brightest. Chapter 985. Spring was in full bloom and the sun was shining brightly. It was indeed a good time for a camping trip. In the parking lot at the foot of Mount Yuming, Guanxiao, Mo Lingtian, Lu Xinyan, and a few other men and women were standing in front of two luxury cars. They were waiting for someone. Where is he? Why isn't he here yet? Is he not coming? No way. I came because I heard that Brother Xiao was coming. Don't trick me. Guanxiao glanced at her watch. Let's wait a little longer. Tingxiao is in a bad mood. Maybe he slept late. Bad mood? What's wrong? What's wrong? Someone immediately sensed gossip and hurriedly came over to ask. Guanxiao hesitated. I think he quarreled with his girlfriend. As soon as she said that, everyone was in an uproar. No way. Quarreled? Didn't they stick to each other like glue last time? Sister Xiao, is that true? My brother really quarreled with that woman? Ha ha ha, they finally quarreled. I knew they didn't talk for long. Don't tell me they already broke up? I think it's very likely. It must be something big for someone like Brother Xiao to quarrel with someone like him. Hearing her friend's questions, Guanxiao apologized. I only heard it from Ling Tian. I don't know the details. In fact, she knew very well that after what happened, Lu Tingxiao and Ningxi would inevitably break up. When everyone heard this, they immediately asked Mo Lingtian all at once. Young Master Mo, what's going on? Young Master Mo. Young Master Mo. Young Master Mo. What? Mo Lingtian took a drag of his cigarette and looked impatiently in the direction of the crowd. Young Master Mo, why are you so distracted today? We just want to ask you about Lu Tingxiao's situation. Did they really break up? Break up? Mo Lingtian was in a bad mood. He had been in a daze and did not pay attention to what they were discussing, so he did not understand how they came to the conclusion that Lu Tingxiao had broken up. Yeah, didn't you tell Xiao that Lu Tingxiao quarreled with his girlfriend? Someone asked. Mo Lingtian then remembered that he had indeed said that. But at that time he only made up an excuse because he did not want Lu Tingxiao to come over. Did they all believe it? Moreover, it seemed like Xiao also believed it. Mo Lingtian subconsciously took another look at Guan Xiao and found that her complexion was particularly good today. Not only that, but she, who usually wore cold-colored clothes, actually wore a red dress today. For a moment, Mo Lingtian's expression became even uglier. Seeing Mo Lingtian's absent-minded look, everyone shook their heads and simply stopped asking him. They continued to gather together and gossip while waiting for others. Sigh. Here it comes. Look, isn't that Lu Tingxiao's car? Where? It's my cousin's car. Everyone watched as a black jeep slowly came to a stop. Then the door opened and the person who stepped out was indeed Lu Tingxiao. Guan Ziyao walked over with a smile on her face. Tingxiao, you're here. You're the only one left. Shall we set off? Yeah. Lu Tingxiao nodded. Just as Guan Ziyao was about to step forward, she noticed that Lu Tingxiao didn't follow her. Instead, he walked around to the other side of the car and pulled open the passenger door. Did Lu Tingxiao call someone else? Then, a person got out of the car. It was Ningxi. Chapter 986. Why did Ningxi come here with Lu Tingxiao? Guan Ziyao was so surprised that she couldn't hide the shock on her face. She looked at the two people beside the car in astonishment. Then, what was more unbelievable was that when Ningxi got out of the car, Lu Tingxiao covered her head with his hand, so that she wouldn't hit her head. After she got out of the car and closed the door, he naturally held her hand. The girl was wearing the same white sportswear as Lu Tingxiao, with a ponytail. She was rubbing her eyes and looked sleepy. Ningxi got up too early today. After getting in the car, she put down the backrest and began to catch up on sleep. So when the car drove over, no one noticed that there was someone in the passenger seat. At this moment, the two of them stood side by side, wearing matching outfits. They looked like a pair of young lovers who were passionately in love. How could it be possible? Didn't they break up? It seemed that they didn't even have a quarrel. Where did the accident happen? Ning. Miss Ning is here too? Guan Ziyao said calmly, but her fingers were clenched tightly. The crew is on holiday. I took her out to relax. Ningxi was still sleepy. It was Lu Tingxiao who spoke. Well, let's go. We may not reach the top of the mountain before dark. Guan Ziyao's expression had returned to normal. Although she had countless questions in her heart, it was not the time to ask them. She could only find a chance to ask Lu Tingxiao later. Why is this woman here? Seeing the two come together in couple's clothes, Lu Xinyan was disappointed. She really thought that they had broken up. As for the others who heard that they quarreled and broke up, they were all dumbfounded and whispered in low voices. It doesn't seem that they are going to break up. Is it a whitewash? They fight at the head of the bed and reconcile at the end. What's so strange about that? Mo Lingtian's eyes were on Guan Ziyao all the time, so he clearly saw the change of her expression the moment Ningxi appeared. He felt a sharp pain in his heart. At the same time, he was a little suspicious. He just said it casually last night. Why did Guan Ziyao react as if she was sure that Lu Tingxiao and Ningxi would break up? Thinking of this, Mo Lingtian felt that something was wrong. Could it be that there was something he didn't know? Everyone gradually came back to their senses and greeted each other. Then they began to climb the mountain from the foot of the mountain. Yeming Mountain was more than 3,000 meters above sea level. The scenery along the way was beautiful. There were many primitive plants and wild animals on the mountain. Looking up, one could see the magnificent sea of clouds and strangely shaped mountain peaks. After climbing to the top, One could set up a tent and camp for the night. The next morning, one could watch the sunrise from the top. Lu Tingxiao often came here when he was training or thinking about things. However, he used to be alone, but this time, there was someone accompanying him. Ningxi obviously didn't sleep enough. After getting out of the car, she still looked dizzy. When someone came to greet her, she responded reflexively. Many of the people who came this time were acquaintances she met at the resort last time. Because of Ningxi's performance on the shooting field, everyone's attitude towards her had changed from disdain to curiosity and caution, especially in front of Lu Tingxiao. So on the surface, they were quite friendly to her. Chapter 987. This time, there was also a young couple who met at the singles party and got married. The girls started complaining as soon as they reached the foot of the mountain. Oh my God! It's so high. Do we really have to climb up on foot? I feel like I'll die of exhaustion halfway. It's okay. If you can't, I'll carry you. Hubby is the best. Lu Tingxiao glanced at the girl next to him as he listened to the conversation between the young couple. Sleepy? Ningxi pouted. It's all your fault. She had made Little Bun unhappy last night, and had to coax her the whole night. She had to wake up early this morning, and hadn't slept for more than a few hours. Lu Tingxiao understood what Ningxi meant, but it didn't sound the same to the others. Suddenly, everyone's imagination went wild, and they started making up stories. They really fought at the head of the bed and reconciled at the end. Did they do it the whole night? Seeing the girl yawning, Lu Tingxiao walked in front of her and squatted down. Come here. Why? Ningxi was puzzled. Lu Tingxiao said. Come up and continue sleeping. Really? Ningxi's eyes lit up. His broad back made her even more sleepy. She was afraid that he would regret it and jump up. Lu Tingxiao adjusted his posture slightly, and then began to carry Ningxi up. Everyone at the side, as well as the couple in the flash marriage. Fuck. We're already married but we still lose to them. Is there any justice in this world? He was prepared to carry his wife when she was tired, but Lu Tingxiao was already on his back before he even started climbing. Talk about showing off. I only admire Brother Xiao. Ha 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 ha. If you told me this in the past, I wouldn't have believed that Lu Tingxiao would have such a side to him. But now I'm numb to it. Before they knew it, they were halfway up and Ningxi had fallen asleep on Lu Tingxiao's back. Lu Tingxiao's footsteps were steady, and he didn't show any signs of fatigue even after climbing for so long. The few people who were panting behind him couldn't help but sigh. President Lu's stamina was too good. Everyone chatted as they climbed the mountain. The atmosphere was quite pleasant, but a few girls who were close to Guanziao, including Lu Xinyan, couldn't stand it. Lu Xinyan caught up to Lu Tingxiao, panting. She couldn't stand it anymore and said, Brother, there's still a long way to go. How much longer was she going to sleep? Do you want to die of exhaustion? On his back, Ningxi frowned slightly because of the noise. Lu Tingxiao looked at her coldly. Be quiet. Lu Xinyan was infuriated. Behind them, Guanziao could only watch as Lu Tingxiao and Ningxi were still in love with each other. There was no estrangement between them, and the suspicion in her heart grew stronger and stronger. In the evening, the group finally arrived at the top of the mountain. After a short break, everyone started to set up the tents. At this moment, Guanziao couldn't hold it in any longer. She walked over to Lu Tingxiao and asked, Tingxiao, can I talk to you? Lu Tingxiao took a look at Ningxi, who was fiddling with the tent. Ningxi was focused on setting up the tent, so she waved her hand casually, indicating that they could go ahead and talk. TSK, it must have been hard for Guanziao to hold it in for so long. Seeing that Ningxi didn't seem to care at all and didn't see her as a threat, Guanziao felt a stab in her heart. Lu Tingxiao even knew about their affair. Where did this woman get her confidence from? After the two of them walked away, Guanziao looked at the man in front of her and asked anxiously, Tingxiao, did you see the message and photo I sent you last night? Yeah. Although Lu Tingxiao was talking to Guanziao, his eyes were on the girl who was busy setting up the tent not far away. Did you see Ningxi with that man? Guanziao confirmed with him again. Yes. Lu Tingxiao still looked indifferent. If he saw it, why would he react like this? Guan Xiao took a deep breath and asked for the last time. Don't you have any thoughts? Lu Tingxiao said, well taken, thank you. Chapter 988. It was a good photo? Thank you? For a moment, Guan Xiao almost thought that there was something wrong with her. Or was there something wrong with Lu Tingxiao? Would a normal man have such a strange reaction after seeing an ambiguous photo of his girlfriend with another man? Guan Xiao took a deep breath, calmed herself down and asked with concern, Tingxiao, does that woman have something on you? Otherwise, she really couldn't think of any other reason why Lu Tingxiao would continue to be with that woman in the face of such a thing. No. Lu Tingxiao answered in a firm tone, and there was nothing unusual on his face. Then why? Guan Xiao felt that she couldn't understand the man in front of her at all. The man in the photo is me, Lu Tingxiao said. What? What did you say? Guan Xiao froze for a few seconds before she came to her senses. She said quickly, the man in the photo is Ko Mingyu, the male actor who acted with Ningxi in the film. How could it be you? Was the photo I sent you swapped? Just when Guan Xiao was trying to find an excuse for herself, Lu Tingxiao interrupted her. Ko Mingyu is me, but with a different face. Lu Tingxiao said it casually, but Guan Xiao felt as if she had been struck by lightning. She was dumbfounded. It's you. You mean, Ko Mingyu is you? Her career requires that we can't be in a public relationship, so we don't spend much time together, so I used this method to accompany her. It was rare for Lu Tingxiao to explain so much, but every word exploded in her mind like a heavy bomb. Any other questions? Lu Tingxiao asked. Guan Xiao shook her head with a pale face. The question was, what other questions could she have? No matter how much she thought about it, she would never have expected that the so-called adulterer Ning she was having an affair with was Lu Tingxiao himself. Just to be able to accompany that woman, such a cold and arrogant man actually did not hesitate to change his appearance to accompany her to act. She had thought about it for a long time. She didn't want to hurt his self-esteem. She wanted to ask him out to climb the mountain to comfort him. And she thought that he should see the woman's true colors this time. In the end, a single sentence from Lu Tingxiao had thrown her into a bottomless abyss. She was just a ridiculous clown from the beginning. If that's the case, I'll say a few words. After a moment of silence, Lu Tingxiao took the initiative to speak. What do you want to say? Are you saying that I'm despicably trying to sow discord? But I didn't know it was you. I'm really worried that you've been deceived. Guan Xiao said emotionally. Lu Tingxiao interrupted her. His cold gaze seemed to pierce through her heart. Xiao, there are some things that I won't say because you are a smart person. I believe that you will understand. Guan Xiao bit her lips. Stop it. I don't want to hear it. However, Lu Tingxiao was determined not to let her avoid it. His tone was emotionless as he said word by word. Xiao, it's impossible for me to be with you. Whether it's in the past or now, I only have feelings for you as a friend, nothing else. Even without Ningxi, I wouldn't have chosen you. I hope you don't continue to waste time on me. Guan Xiao didn't expect that Lu Tingxiao would say such direct and hurtful words. Her whole body was trembling. Lu Tingxiao, you're so cruel. Chapter 989. I still treat you as a friend, and that's why I'm saying all this. This can also be considered as giving face to Ling Tian, and I'm giving you a final warning. Regardless of whether it's you or your father, please stop what you shouldn't be doing. If not, you'll know what true ruthlessness is the next time. That's all. Lu Tingxiao said and turned to leave. The moment Lu Tingxiao turned to leave, Guan Xiao knelt down on the ground weakly, her whole body soaked in cold sweat. Yes, she knew. How could she be so stupid that she didn't even notice it? But she didn't want to believe or accept it, until Lu Tingxiao tore apart her self-deception, and put the bloody truth in front of her. Lu Tingxiao, how could you do this to me? Guan Xiao cried uncontrollably. Behind a big tree a few steps away from Guan Xiao, Mo Lingtian was quietly leaning against the tree. He wanted to go out to comfort her, but he restrained himself. His appearance at this time would only make her more embarrassed. Although he knew he shouldn't eavesdrop, when he saw Lu Tingxiao and Xiao talking alone, He couldn't help following them. He didn't expect to hear this. Judging from their conversation just now, it was Xiao or her father who investigated Ningxi without authorization and secretly took photos of her cheating. He wondered why Xiao was so sure that they would break up this time. It turned out to be like this. However, the final result shocked even him, who was eavesdropping. Lu Tingxiao was really indescribable. How could he spoil that woman to such an extent? As for Lu Tingxiao's extremely cruel and even hurtful words, looking at Guan Xiao's painful and desperate expression, although he felt sorry for her, he clearly knew that Lu Tingxiao's approach was the best for her. He also knew that this time, Lu Tingxiao really didn't blame them for secretly investigating Ningxi for his sake. If Xiao continued to be stubborn this time then, but would she? She was such a smart and proud woman. Since Lu Tingxiao's words had come to this point, would she still be unwilling to let go? Mo Lingtian's heart was tangled with anxiety and a trace of selfish hope at the same time. If Xiao could completely give up this time, then he would have a chance, right? Ningxi just put up the last stent and saw Lu Tingxiao coming back from afar. You're back? Yes. Look at the tent I set up. Isn't it great? It's very sturdy, I'm telling you. Ningxi patted the tent she had set up by herself with a sense of accomplishment. Looking at the girl's carefree look, Lu Tingxiao's face darkened. Aren't you worried at all? You are hard to please. I trust you. Why are you angry? Ningxi was speechless. Lu Tingxiao of a sigh. Well, he couldn't win. I've already made it clear to her. Since his wife didn't ask, Lu Tingxiao had to explain himself to show his loyalty. Looking at Lu Tingxiao's expressionless face asking for praise, Ningxi almost couldn't hold back her laughter. She tiptoed and took the initiative to kiss him on the lips. Good boy, I'll give you a kiss. Lu and Lu of Ning Tang of Rial, Lu, I Tingxiao and Will are Ning one tent. While they were one tent ninged, Mo Lingtian was the most miserable one. Because there was an odd number of people, one of them would definitely be left alone. Mo Lingtian had a bad temper. Besides, everyone noticed that he was in a bad mood today. So no one was willing to share a tent with him. So they all slept alone. Obviously, many people would have insomnia tonight. Chapter 990. The ceiling of the tent was transparent, and they could see the stars in the sky. Because of the high altitude, the starry sky was especially beautiful. Ningxi lay beside Lu Tingxiao, looked up at the sky full of stars and murmured, Twinkle, twinkle, the sky is full of Xiaobao. Alas, I miss Xiaobao. She could even think of Xiaobao when she looked at the stars. Lu Tingxiao said, Don't think of other men in my arms. Ningxi's mouth twitched. What other men? That's our son, okay? Lu Tingxiao said. Not even our son. Ningxi was speechless. Damn it. Do you think I will dare to give birth to your child? My poor baby will be despised by you. Lu Tingxiao suddenly turned over and stared at her, his eyes brighter than the stars in the sky. I won't despise having a baby. Ningxi coughed lightly. Calm down, calm down. I was just saying, okay? Lu Tingxiao and Ningxi were chatting wildly, talking about giving birth to a boy and a girl, when suddenly there was a strange sound coming from the tent next door. It sounded like a girl crying. Is someone crying? Ningxi curiously tilted her ears. No. Lu Tingxiao said expressionlessly. No. But I heard it clearly. As Ningxi spoke, the sound next door became clearer. Don't it hurts, be gentle. Ningxi. With the increasingly fierce sound next door, Ningxi understood what they were doing even if she was stupid. The newlyweds were sleeping in the tent next door. The couple showed off their love during the day, but was defeated by Lu Tingxiao and Ningxi. At night, they decided to make a big move. Honey, why is there no sound from Lu Tingxiao's side? Is he too tired from climbing the mountain during the day? But Lu Tingxiao is so strong. It's impossible. You little devil. How dare you praise another man's strength when you're under me? Ah, be gentle, you're so annoying. The couple's voice became louder and louder. Almost all the people in the other tents heard it. However, they were newlyweds, so it was understandable that they couldn't control themselves. The group of single dogs could only endure silently in the middle of the night. Of course, There were also those who were unwilling to tolerate it. Fuck. Zhao Haixing, fuck you. Keep your voice down. Mo Lingtian let out an angry roar like a single dog from inside the tent. When the people in the other tents heard this roar, they all snickered. At the same time, they thought to themselves, it seems that the winner has been decided? Originally, he thought that he would hear the live version of Master Xiao and his little bunny tonight. He did not expect Zhao Haixing and his wife to completely steal the limelight. He finally won. However, Lu Tingxiao didn't move at all. Was he really exhausted from carrying his wife today? Just as everyone was thinking this, in the next second, they suddenly heard a boom. Everyone was so scared that they crawled out of their tents. Then they saw the tent where Lu Tingxiao and Ningxi were collapsed. Fuck. Even the tent had collapsed. How intense was this? Master Xiao was indeed someone who did big things quietly. A moment later, Lu Tingxiao's face was as black as the bottom of a pot as he protected Ningxi and crawled out from under the tent. He stared at the little girl who pointed at him guiltily. Is this the tent you set up very firmly? Chapter 991. Ningxi gave a hollow laugh. It doesn't make sense. Did I miss some parts? Just as she was muttering to herself in confusion, she suddenly realized that everyone had come out. They were all looking at her and Lu Tingxiao with meaningful expressions. Even the couple next door looked like they were willing to concede defeat. Realizing what these people were imagining, Ningxi was speechless. Can't one or two be a little more pure? This time, Lu Tingxiao didn't let her do it and set up the tent himself. Not far away, Guanziao stared blankly at the two of them, an unprecedented hatred surging in her body. In the early hours of the morning before dawn, Ningxi was suddenly awakened by a loud noise outside. Lu Tingxiao, what's going on outside? Ningxi rubbed her eyes and got up, opening the tent door a little. Then she saw Lu Xinyan looking for her anxiously from tent to tent. Hearing Lu Xinyan's noise, everyone got up. What's going on? Lu Xinyan was relieved to see Lu Tingxiao. She ran over and said with tears in her eyes, Brother, Sister Xiao is missing. What do you mean missing? Mo Lingtian came over in a hurry and grabbed Lu Xinyan's arm excitedly. Lu Xinyan explained anxiously. When I woke up, Sister Xiao was not in the tent. I thought she went to the toilet, so I didn't pay much attention. But she didn't come back, and I couldn't get through to her. I just went out to look for her, but I couldn't find her. That's why I'm so anxious. Could something have happened to Sister Xiao? Mo Lingtian picked up his cell phone and dialed a number, but the phone was turned off. Thinking of what happened last night, he couldn't help but look more and more gloomy. She should be fine. I heard that there are no beasts in this scenic area. What if something happened to Sister Xiao? Lu Xinyan said as she stared at Ningxi angrily. Is Xiao's luggage here? Someone next to her asked. Lu Xinyan nodded. Yes. So it's impossible that she went back alone. Even if she wanted to go back, she must have told me. Moreover, Sister Xiao's condition has been very strange since last night. I'm really afraid that something might have happened to her. Mo Lingtian said angrily. What are you waiting for? Let's split up and look for him. Damn it. If he had known this would happen, he would have shamelessly appeared to comfort her last night. In the end, she let her imagination run wild. If something really happened, Lu Tingxiao's words last night were really hurtful. No matter how strong Ziyao was, she was still a girl. Ningxi went into the tent and got dressed. Is Guanziao really going to take things too hard? By the way, what did you say to her yesterday? Lu Tingxiao took a look at her and repeated to Ningxi what he said to Guanziao at that time. Ningxi coughed lightly and said, You are indeed ruthless. Lu Tingxiao, you also think it's too harsh? Ningxi smiled. I'm not that kind of saint to pity my love rival. Let's go and find him. Guanziao knew that she and Lu Tingxiao were already boyfriend and girlfriend, but she still tried to come between them. There was nothing wrong with what Lu Tingxiao said. On the contrary, if Lu Tingxiao's words had any leeway, he would have been really irresponsible to the three of them. Chapter 992. After putting on their clothes, they split up to look for Xiao. Xinyan, don't be sad. Xiao isn't that weak. It's all that woman's fault. She's gone too far. She's been provoking big sister Xiao since yesterday. She purposely made my brother carry her, and kissed her like there was no one else around. At night she's simply degrading public decency. That woman is really too much. I wanted to say yesterday whether she came here to climb the mountain, or to sleep. If she wants to sleep, she should go home. Why did she come here to annoy us? Poor Xiao. Several women who were on good terms with Guan Xiao started to accuse Ningxi one after another, putting all the blame on Ningxi. It was normal for a couple to show off their love. What was wrong with that? If it was indecent, then he and his wife were even more indecent. Zhao Haixing and his wife, Ling Fei, wanted to say something, but the people on the other side were friends with Guan Xiao, so they couldn't interrupt. They could only shake their heads and continue looking for people. As the sky got brighter, time went by. Everyone had split up, but they still couldn't find Xiao. Their faces became more and more solemn. Ningxi didn't find anything either. She scratched her head and said, "Lu Tingxiao, let's split up. It'll be faster." If something happened to Guan Xiao, it would be very troublesome. Especially Lu Tingxiao. Even if it had nothing to do with them, they would definitely be blamed for it. It was not that she did not hear the whispers of those people just now. The terrain is complicated. Follow me. Lu Tingxiao frowned. Ningxi was speechless when she saw him looking like he wanted to tie her to his belt. I'm an adult. How can I get lost? Stop talking. Hurry up and find her. Lu Tingxiao said helplessly. Call me if you need anything. Slow down. Don't go to the side. I know. Sister Xiao. Sister Xiao. Where are you? Can you answer me if you hear me? Sister Xiao. Lu Xinyan is shouting at the top of a cliff. She walks to the corner and suddenly meets Ningxi on the narrow road. Seeing Ningxi, Lu Xinyan's face changed. Vixen. Xiao Jiejie was angered by you and disappeared. Are you happy now? Are you satisfied? How can your heart be so vicious? Ningxi raised her eyebrows. I hope you can still have such a sense of justice in the future when you and your boyfriend are involved by a third party, and the third party disappears because your boyfriend refuses her. You. Lu Xinyan was furious. What do you mean by a third party? You are the third party. The third party between Sister Xiao and my brother. Does Miss Lu really understand the meaning of the word third party? When I dated your brother, I was single. And so was he. May I ask how you came to the conclusion that I'm the mistress? Biting her lips, Lu Xinyan retorted. Big sister Xiao and my brother are childhood friends, and they've known each other since young. Ningxi nodded. So, your brother told you that he likes Guan Xiao, and wants to marry her? He didn't tell me, but my brother definitely likes Sister Xiao. He hasn't found a girlfriend all these years because he's waiting for Sister Xiao. Lu Xinyan's tone was very certain. Chapter 993. Looking at the stubborn and naive girl in front of her, Ningxi didn't want to say more. But thinking that she was Lu Tingxiao's cousin, she finally said, This girl, you claim to be a righteous messenger who fights for injustice. But have you ever thought that Lu Tingxiao is your real family? Have you ever asked your brother's true thoughts? Did he really like Guan Xiao? Did you and Guan Xiao really have a solemn pledge of undying love as you imagined? Just based on an outsider's words and hearsay, you questioned your brother's choice again and destroyed his relationship with his girlfriend. Do you really think you have no problem at all? Ningxi said so much, but Lu Xinyan found that she couldn't say a word to refute. Yes, because she admired Guan Xiao's ability, excellence and intelligence. She had always regarded her as an idol and stood by her side in everything. As for her cousin, she had never tried to understand him, but just regarded him as a heartless man. Thinking about it carefully, when she chatted with Guan Xiao, she often heard interesting stories about her and her cousin when they were young, so she subconsciously thought that they should be a couple, and that they liked each other. But what was the truth? Guan Xiao never gave her a definite answer. And there was one thing that Ningxi was right about. When Ningxi and her cousin were dating, they were both single. Who was the third party? For a moment, Lu Xinyan was confused. But even so, she still hated this woman in front of her. Even if you are not the third party, you can use my brother's power to annoy others? Do you know how sad Sister Xiao is? You have done something to hurt others and Sister Xiao is still missing, but you still don't feel guilty at all. How can you be so evil? Lu Xinyan was angrily accusing Ningxi. For some reason, Ningxi's face suddenly changed and she pounced on her like a bolt of lightning. However, Lu Xinyan, who was touched by Ningxi, pushed her away as if she had been touched by something disgusting. What are you doing? Don't touch me. Ningxi didn't expect that Lu Xinyan would suddenly push her. Although she pulled Lu Xinyan to a safe place behind her, she was pushed to the place where the landslide happened. Before she could react, her body tilted and she rolled down the cliff. Lu Xinyan stared blankly at the bottomless cliff. She watched as Ningxi's figure became smaller and soon disappeared. A few seconds later, she let out an extremely terrified scream. Ah! Xianyan. What happened? What happened? What happened? A few people nearby were attracted by Lu Xinyan's scream. Ningxi. Ningxi fell down. Save them. Hurry up and save him. Lu Xinyan cried. As soon as he finished speaking, everyone's expression changed. What did you say? How did Ningxi fall? What's going on? Explain yourself. Mo Lingtian asked with a solemn expression. Brother Tian. What to do? What to do? Ningxi fell. I saw her fall with my own eyes. The place I was standing on suddenly collapsed. She fell in to save me. Save her. Go and save her. Brother Tian. Find someone to save her. Chapter 994. At this point, Lu Xinyan couldn't bear it anymore. She sat on the ground and burst into tears. At this moment, no one was thinking about Guan Xiao anymore. Everyone was immersed in the fear of Ningxi falling off the cliff. On the edge of the cliff where Lu Xinyan was just now, there were traces of a landslide. It was obvious that Ningxi had fallen from there. How to save her? It was a bottomless abyss. Everyone knew that this wasn't the first time something like this had happened on Yuming Mountain. Every year many people fell off the cliff. Every one of them died without a corpse. Even if they were lucky enough to be fished out, there was no chance of survival. Mo Lingtian's voice trembled slightly. The source of the waterfall is below this cliff. There are rocks in the river and the current is rapid. If someone falls, even if he is lucky enough not to hit the rocks, he won't be able to withstand the huge force of the current. If he rushes to the shore, he might be in danger. But it's too dangerous to go into the water to save him. There have been several similar cases before, but none of them succeeded. As Mo Lingtian spoke, the atmosphere became oppressive. What should we do? What should we do? How did this happen when we were just going out to climb the mountain? Ling Fei, who had been holding it in for a long time, couldn't bear it anymore. She complained. It's because someone willfully went missing. Everyone says that Guan Xiao is so talented and nice, but I can't see it at all. If she was really nice, why would she keep thinking about someone else's boyfriend? Even if she likes him, she can't do such a wicked thing, right? Who is she trying to show that she has been abandoned and betrayed? Lu Tingxiao has nothing to do with her, okay? Ling Fei's words immediately attracted a lot of support. Lu Xinyan and the other troublemakers keep saying who bullied her and made her angry. I don't understand who bullied her. Who made her angry? She kept thinking about someone else's boyfriend and made herself into a victim. How is she pitiful? I think she deserves to die of anger. Also, that Lu Xinyan is also an idiot. Now that they've joined forces to kill a perfectly fine young lady, they should be satisfied now, right? Listening to those nasty words, Lu Xinyan sat on the ground in a daze, as if she had lost her soul. She knew she was dead. She was definitely dead this time. If anything happened to Ningxi, she was sure that her cousin would never let her off. However, what made her even more afraid and panicked was seeing a living person die in front of her. And this person was even pushed down by her. Don't talk nonsense. Even if you don't have a solution, you have to think of one. If Lu Tingxiao finds out about this, all of us will be in trouble. Someone urged. We have to inform Lu Tingxiao about this. Inform. Which one of you is going to inform them? There was another dead silence in the air. Who would dare to tell Lu Tingxiao? Are you tired of living? Let me say it. Mo Lingtian clenched his teeth and took out his mobile phone with shaking hands. If he hadn't forced Lu Tingxiao to come over last night, Ningxi wouldn't have gotten into trouble. Just as Mo Lingtian was about to make the call, a girl suddenly screamed from the crowd. Honey, what happened? What happened? Zhao Haixing hastily looked at Ling Fei. Ling Fei trembled with fear as she looked at the edge of the cliff that was 2 to 3 meters away from her. Hand. There's a human hand. Hand? Where is there a hand? Everyone looked in the direction of Ling Fei's finger. Sure enough, they saw a white hand, a woman's hand. What? What is that? What the hell is that? Oh my god! Did Ningxi turn into a ghost and come to kill us? Chapter 995. Ah, ghost! Girls screamed one after another. Lu Xingyan's face turned pale, and she almost fainted. It was a mess. What the fuck? Ghost my ass. Just then, another hand appeared at the edge of the cliff. Then, with a swoosh, a dark shadow flipped up from below and landed on the flat ground in front of them. What is this? What climbed up? Ah. Oh my god. It's Ningxi. It seems to be Ningxi. Damn it. What the hell? What did they see? Ah. Ningxi. It's really Ningxi. What the hell is going on? Don't tell them that she climbed up by herself? At this moment, Ningxi's hair was messy. Her white sportswear was so dirty that its original color couldn't be seen. Her fingers were full of mud and moss. She was bending over and panting. When she climbed up, she asked them nervously, "Hey, you didn't tell Lu Tingxiao, did you?" Looking at the scene in front of them, everyone looked as if they had seen a ghost. Lu Xingyan forgot to cry and stood there in a daze. Mo Lingtian fell to the ground, looking as if his worldview had been shattered. "Hey, I asked you a question. Why are you all in a daze?" Ningxi urged. "No, we didn't have time to tell him." Mo Lingtian answered in a daze. "Good. Don't let him know about this, you hear?" Ningxi breathed a sigh of relief and sat down on the ground. Damn it. She was crazy. The first thing she said when she climbed up was not, "Fortunately, I'm not dead," or crying. Instead, she asked them not to tell Lu Tingxiao. Are you kidding me? Is Lu Tingxiao more terrible than falling off a cliff? Mo Lingtian almost collapsed. "How did you get up?" Ningxi said. "Of course I climbed up." Mo Lingtian said. "Climbed? How did you climb up?" Ningxi said. "With my hands." Mo Lingtian swallowed hard. Little rabbit. No. Heroine. What's the structure of your body? Why didn't you die? Ningxi wiped the sweat on her forehead and rolled her eyes at Mo Lingtian. Haven't you heard of the law of not dying after jumping off a cliff? The corner of Mo Lingtian's mouth twitched. I've heard of it, but this is the first time I've heard of someone climbing up with their bare hands, okay? You beast. The other people on the side recovered from the fear and shock, and began to ask Ningxi questions one after another. What's going on? Xiaoxi, did you really climb up by yourself? It's amazing. This doesn't make sense. Could it be that you know Qinggong? The last time you were at the shooting range, I already felt that you were not immortal. Don't tell me you have superpowers. I told you that Master Xiao has a unique aesthetic. Miss Ning is definitely not a normal person. Fuck. You're not normal. Hearing their words getting more and more ridiculous, Ningxi was speechless. You think too much. I'm just a mortal, and I don't know lightness skill. Besides, I didn't fall down. If I really fell down, how could I climb up? Unless I have wings. What's going on? Heroine, don't keep us in suspense. Hurry up and tell us. Zhao Haixing asked. The others also nodded and stared at Ningxi as if she was the most popular storyteller in an ancient tea house. Chapter 996. Ningxi took a breath and explained simply. At that time when I couldn't control my body, I tried my best to roll down. The bushes cushioned me and the cliff was not completely vertical, It had an arc of about 70 degrees. So at that time, I tried my best to slide down the cliff wall. Fortunately, after sliding for a while, I finally stepped on a protruding stone. Unfortunately, I was stuck in the middle of nowhere. Even if I called for help, you guys couldn't hear me. My phone also fell down, so I had to climb up by myself. I'm exhausted. Yesterday, I really shouldn't have been lazy and let Lu Tingxiao carry me. Retribution came too fast. Listening to Ningxi's words, everyone was even more speechless. What the hell? When she fell down the cliff, she actually cared about the angle and posture of falling down the cliff. Even more perverted, alright? She really wasn't a normal person. Can't you just stay here and wait for us to save you? What if you didn't climb properly and really fell down? Mo Lingtian said anxiously. When Ningxi heard that, she didn't speak. She just glanced at Lu Xinyan's direction. What if after she fell down, Lu Xinyan chose to hide it from everyone? It wasn't that her heart was dark, but she had to consider such a possibility. After all, Lu Xinyan didn't get along with her. In that situation, if Lu Xinyan didn't say anything, she wouldn't even know how she died. In addition, she didn't know when the stone under her feet would collapse, so she had to hurry up and climb up by herself. She wouldn't put her life in the hands of others. Lu Xinyan was too ashamed to show her face under Ningxi's gaze. Her lips trembled and she couldn't say a word. At that moment, because of panic and fear of bearing the consequences, she really thought of not telling anyone or saying that Ningxi fell down by herself. Alright. I've asked what I wanted to ask, and you guys know what you should know. Don't crowd around here. If Lu Tingxiao finds out, I'm dead. I have to hurry back to change clothes and destroy the evidence. Bye everyone. Ningxi climbed up. Seeing that she didn't mention a word about saving Lu Xinyan, and even wanted to hide it from Lu Tingxiao, everyone looked at each other, and were all stunned. Hey wait Miss Ning, don't move. I don't know if you're injured. You should go to the hospital for a checkup. That's right. We have to check it just in case. Besides, it's not good to hide such a big thing from Brother Xiao, right? Just as everyone stopped Ningxi and tried to persuade her, a man's cold voice came from behind. What are you doing? Hearing this, Ningxi's whole body trembled. In her panic, she almost tore off a piece of clothing from someone's body to wear. However, Lu Tingxiao's eyes were as sharp as an eagle's. He had accurately spotted Ningxi hiding in the crowd and walked straight towards her. What's going on? Ningxi scratched her head and pretended to be calm. I fell. Just a fall and you're in such a state? Why don't you throw it again for me to see? Lu Tingxiao's eyes sweep over Ningxi's dirty body like X-rays, as well as the collapsed cliff not far behind her, including Lu Xinyan's guilty expression. His face becomes more and more ugly. Fall again? This isn't too good. The great demon king is so cruel, sob. Chapter 997. I was wrong. Ningxi decided to admit her mistake first. At this time, the others couldn't stand it anymore. Brother Xiao, don't be so mean to Miss Ning. Thanks to her, she saved Xianyan and almost fell off the cliff. That's right. Miss Ning must be frightened. You should comfort her. Everyone began to speak for Ningxi. Lu Tingxiao's face was as stormy as a storm. Almost fell off the cliff. He had only been separated from her for less than 5 minutes. He was wrong, really. He shouldn't have let her out of his sight even for 5 seconds, let alone 5 minutes. When Ningxi was out of danger, everyone finally found that there was a person behind Lu Tingxiao. It was Guan Ziyao. Ziyao, where have you been? Do you know that we are all worried about you? You disappeared without saying a word and couldn't get through to your phone. We have been looking for you all morning and Xianyan was almost in danger. Ziyao, you are really irresponsible this time. Guan Ziyao didn't expect to see such a scene when she came here. Everyone was speaking for Ningxi and everyone was blaming her. She forced herself to look calm and sincerely apologized to everyone. I'm sorry, I was just in a bad mood and my phone ran out of battery. I'm really sorry for making you worry about me. However, looking at Guan Ziyao's appearance, no one sympathized with her. Instead, many people showed a look of disgust. Even those friends who had been speaking for her just now stopped talking. Some of the more astute ones couldn't help but wonder why Lu Tingxiao was the one who found her when all of them had searched everywhere, but couldn't find her. Was it really a coincidence or intentional? At first, they might have some sympathy for her, but now when they thought of the thrill just now, they all felt unfair for Ningxi. One always had a crush on someone else's boyfriend, and even made herself the victim. She took advantage of her friend's care to help her against Ningxi, and then went missing regardless of all her friends' concerns. The other one instinctively saved a person who always went against her in an emergency. She fell off the cliff, but she bravely climbed up by herself. Until now, everyone finally understood Ningxi. She was not really a weak little rabbit, but she would only show that side of her in front of Lu Tingxiao, just like how Lu Tingxiao would only show his gentle side when he was with her. After Ningxi climbed up, she didn't mention that Lu Xinyan had pushed her. Lu Xinyan didn't dare to say a word because of her guilty conscience, let alone help Guanxiao. If Guanxiao hadn't suddenly disappeared, this wouldn't have happened. Fortunately, Ningxi had pulled her just now. Otherwise she would have died. Thinking of this, she was so scared that her whole body was trembling. Lu Tingxiao, I'm sorry. Mo Lingtian walked to Lu Tingxiao's side with a gloomy face and said in a depressed tone. Other than this sentence, he didn't know what else to say. His heart was filled with guilt and self-blame. He had almost vented his anger on him and Ningxi because of Guanxiao's disappearance. Fortunately, Ningxi was fine. Otherwise, he would be too ashamed to see Lu Tingxiao for the rest of his life. After all, he called Lu Tingxiao to come over last night, and threatened to break off their friendship. Chapter 998. Guanxiao simply didn't know how she managed to get home. She was so upset last night that she wanted to be alone for a while. But in the end, she couldn't help but turn off her cell phone on purpose with the intention of taking revenge on Lu Tingxiao. Seeing that everyone was anxiously looking for her and blaming Ningxi in the dark, she felt a little better. She found a suitable time to show up and let Lu Tingxiao find her. She wanted to take this opportunity to have a good talk with Lu Tingxiao. Unexpectedly, such an accident happened in the end, and she became the target of public criticism. From the first time she knew the existence of that woman, her perfect life became a complete mess as if it was infected by a virus. Everything was out of her control. She couldn't continue to be soft-hearted. After a sleep, she finally calmed down a little. She found her father and told him what had happened. What did you say? That Kumingyu is Lu Tingxiao? Hearing his daughter's words, Guan Rui was also completely surprised. Yes, Lu Tingxiao said it himself. Looking at his daughter's expression, Guan Rui could basically guess what had happened at that time. He patted her on the shoulder and said, "You've been wronged. I was too careless. It's not my fault. Who could have thought that Lu Tingxiao would do this for that woman?" Guan Rui looked terrible and then comforted Guanxiao. "You don't have to worry too much. No matter how Lu Tingxiao gilds that woman, even if he can raise her social status, he can't raise her family background." "Father, is there any secret about Ningxi's family background?" Guanxiao asked worriedly. "After coming back from the birthday party last time, I specially checked again. She is Ning Yahua's daughter. There is no doubt about it. This woman stayed in the countryside before she was 18, and was raised by an ignorant village woman. After she was taken back by the Ning family, she did a lot of ridiculous things. Her parents thought she was a disgrace and would rather adopt Ning Xuelua as their daughter, because she was too shameful." Guan Rui said disdainfully, "But this woman has miscalculated us time and time again. We really can't let our guard down. We have to completely destroy this woman before she grows up." However, Lu Tingxiao has spoiled her so much. Guan Rui patted his daughter's shoulder. "The more Lu Tingxiao pampers her now, the more Lu Chongshan and Yin Rui will hate her. When the time comes, we'll add some more fuel to the fire, and even Lu Tingxiao won't be able to protect her. Xiao, father will not let you suffer in vain. This time, not only will I destroy her, I will also make it so that she will never be able to rise again." At the entrance of the Platinum Gold Palace, Ningxi. Lu Xinyan panted as she chased after her. "What's wrong?" Ningxi turned around and looked at the girl who had caught up. Can I talk to you in private?" Lu Xinyan glanced at Lu Tingxiao beside Ningxi. She couldn't help shivering out of fear. Speaking alone. Sorry, I'm afraid it's a little difficult. Ningxi said as she raised her hand. Her fair wrist was tightly tied with a tie, and the other end of the tie was firmly held in Lu Tingxiao's hand. Now, she was really tied by the big devil's belt, Lu Xinyan. Chapter 999. There was a moment of awkward silence. Lu Xinyan gritted her teeth, closed her eyes, and said in front of Lu Tingxiao in one go, Miss Ning, thank you for saving me. Also, I'm sorry. I didn't push you on purpose. I didn't know you were trying to save me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Lu Tingxiao had expected that things wouldn't be so simple. With Ningxi's skills, all she needed to do was pull Lu Xinyan up and she wouldn't fall. However, his expression turned cold when he heard her words. Lu Xinyan was just a young lady. How could she withstand Lu Tingxiao's pressure? Her body trembled, and she looked like she was going to faint at any moment. Ningxi gestured to Lu Tingxiao to settle this herself. She touched the tie on her wrist and sneered at Lu Xinyan. Haha, sister, you almost killed me. Do you think you can just say that you didn't do it on purpose and that you're sorry? If saying sorry works, why do we need the police? Lu Xinyan bit her lip, looking embarrassed. I'm willing to bear all the consequences. Ningxi touched her chin. Tisk, you're willing to bear all the consequences. You said it yourself. Yes. I said it. Do whatever you want to me. Although Lu Xinyan straightened her neck and looked like she was ready to be beaten, her trembling body clearly betrayed her master's panic. At this moment, Lu Xinyan's mind was filled with countless terrifying conjectures. This woman wouldn't let her off so easily. In despair, Lu Xinyan trembled and looked at her cousin for help. However, she only met a pair of cold eyes that were even scarier than Ningxi's. Fine. So be it. Dying in this woman's hands was better than dying in her cousin's hands. You. Say it. What do you want me to do? Lu Xinyan clenched her fists and asked. Ningxi pondered for a long while as if deliberately torturing Lu Xinyan. Then she looked at Lu Xinyan and said quietly, Call me sister-in-law. What? Lu Xinyan was stunned and her face went blank. After a long while, Lu Xinyan finally realized what was going on. Could it be that Ningxi's request was this? Ningxi raised her eyebrows and urged. Didn't you say that you can do whatever you want to me? What? Do you regret it? Under the great ups and downs, Lu Xinyan's body trembled even more violently. She couldn't hold back her tears any longer. She hung her head and cried while trembling as she said, Cousin-in-law. Hearing this, Ningxi finally nodded with satisfaction. Okay, let's call it a day. Thanks to you. Today was very exciting and I had a good time. With that, Ningxi tugged at her tie and led Lu Tingxiao, who was still scowling, back. Very exciting, very happy? Lu Xinyan. Lu Tingxiao. After entering the living room, Ningxi immediately made the first move. She threw Lu Tingxiao on the sofa and kissed him. Lu Tingxiao naturally knew what she was thinking. He pinched the girl's slender waist and kissed her forcefully. After a long time, Lu Tingxiao pressed the girl's slightly swollen lips. Very exciting, very happy? Ningxi immediately put on a long face. Why haven't you forgotten? He thought that this move could temporarily resolve the crisis. Chapter 1000. Lu Tingxiao stared at her with a dark expression. What does the life and death of others have to do with you? Ningxi coughed lightly. Ahem. She's your cousin after all. Isn't it inappropriate for you to say that? Even I won't allow you to do such a thing. Well, actually, the things I've done in the past were much more dangerous than this. Today's was a small case. I won't do something I'm not confident about. Lu Tingxiao's face was still expressionless even after she explained until her mouth was dry. Ningxi couldn't help but cry inwardly. She had just been the host and made Lu Xinyan apologize, and now it was her turn to be miserable. Ningxi rubbed against the man's chest again and again. Don't be angry, okay? Next time, I'll really stay by your side obediently and won't run away. Lu Tingxiao didn't believe a single word of it. Ningxi felt that her words didn't seem to be credible. She mumbled, Then what do I have to do to make you not be angry? Lu Tingxiao looked at her darkly when he heard that, but he didn't say anything. Ningxi's eyes lit up. She suddenly had an idea. Don't be angry, oh, hubby. Lu Tingxiao. You win. Half a month had passed since the incident last time. Because of this, Ningxi's life was greatly affected. The worst part was that the Great Demon King was bombarding her with safety education. And the other thing was that there was almost no space left in her apartment. There were all kinds of gift boxes, expensive clothes, cosmetics, and even weird things like nunchucks, flexible swords, knives, and guns. The gift boxes and tonics were sent by Imo Lingtian and Guan Ziao. The clothes and cosmetics were sent by Lu Xinyan. As for the nunchucks, flexible swords, knives, and guns, they were sent by Shirshao and Xiongji. She could at least understand the reason for the first few people, but Shirshao and Xiongji really confused her. Why did these two people come to please her out of nowhere? Ding dong. The doorbell rang. Ningxi opened the door and found Shirshao and Xiongji at the door again. The two tall and strong men were holding sausages in one hand and smoked goose in the other. Lady boss, this is a specialty of our hometown. Try it. Shirshau's tone was attentive and careful, calling her lady boss. Compared to his previous arrogant attitude, he was like a completely different person. Xiongji chimed in from the side. Lady boss, try it. If you like it, we'll bring more for you next time. Ningxi sighed and leaned against the door. You two just say it. Are you still a man if you beat around the bush and beat around the bush? Shirshao and Xiongji looked at each other, thinking that it was time to be straightforward. So Shirshao said, Lady boss, can you let us brothers protect you? Ningxi raised her eyebrows. Protect me? Are you sure? Recalling the lady boss's valiance, Shirshao silently wiped the sweat off his forehead. Lady boss, I know that our spear techniques can't be compared to yours, but in terms of martial arts, even if we can't be considered the best, we can still be considered first class. My scenes are done, Ningxi said. Shirshao hurriedly said, That's right. It was because they had finished filming. Lady boss, when you become popular, you'll be surrounded by fans and reporters when you go out. You'll definitely need bodyguards. When that time comes, can you ask boss to use us? The corner of Ningxi's mouth twitched. When did these guys become so good at flattering? Then we'll talk about it when I become popular. Ningxi said casually. This meant that she had a chance? Shirshao and Xiongji looked at each other and were instantly excited. They said in unison, Lady boss, you'll definitely become popular. Ningxi, thank you for having so much confidence in me. Chapter 1001. In Lin Jiji's office at Shengshi Entertainment. Congratulations on finishing the scene. Thank you for your hard work. Not at all. This is probably the happiest show I've ever acted in. Ningxi said sincerely, her face full of nostalgia. Alas, I was acting with the little devil after all. Of course I shouldn't be too happy. Lin Jiji looked at her, but there was a trace of worry between her brows. Ningxi sensed it and asked hurriedly, What's wrong, Sister Jiji? Lin Jiji thought for a moment and said, Ningxi, what's going on between you and Kumingyu? Ningxi blinked. She looked calm, but her heart was in turmoil. Holy shit. Could it be that Sister Jiji found out? Sister Jiji, why do you ask? Ningxi said cautiously. I just feel that there's something wrong between you two. Do you like Kumingyu? Lin Jiji asked tentatively. When Ningxi was filming, Lin Jiji often went to accompany her, so it was inevitable that she found something fishy. Of course she didn't have any concrete evidence, otherwise she wouldn't have spoken in this tone. But as a woman, she could tell that there was something wrong with the way Ningxi looked at Kumingyu. Ningxi patted her chest, thinking that it was a good thing that Jiji hadn't found out anything, so she said casually, I just have a good impression of him. I like those who look frigid and abstinent. I have an urge to flirt with them. Judging from Ningxi's tone, she didn't seem to have anything to do with Kumingyu. Lin Jiji was a little relieved and gave her a helpless look. You'd better be careful. The way you look at Kumingyu is sometimes too explicit. Ningxi coughed lightly. I understand. I'll be careful. This is a variety show that I've accepted for you recently, Take a look. It's at least a month or two before your show is released, so variety shows are the best time for you. Otherwise, you'll soon be forgotten by the audience without exposure, Lin Jiji said. Oh, let me see. Ningxi took the information that Lin Jiji handed her and flipped through it. She had only been on a few variety shows for interviews before and had no experience in anything else. As soon as she flipped to the first page, Ningxi's interest was piqued when she saw the name of the show. Baby Meng? Just looking at the name, it looks quite cute. Lin Jiji gave her a brief introduction. It's a parent-child outdoor reality show. The content of the show is about a celebrity who is experiencing the role of a mother for the first time, and a cute kid who doesn't know each other, forming a mother-son team or mother-daughter team. The focus of the show is to show the different side of the young idol after taking off the halo of a celebrity. Ningxi nodded. Oh, that's it. I know. This type of program was quite popular some time ago. Previously, it was the dad version. Now there's a mom version. The television station is getting better and better at playing games. This time, the director of the TV station personally called to invite you to be a special guest for an episode. Lin Jiji said. Wow. The director thinks so highly of me? Ningxi was very happy. Lin Jiji. Because you seem to be the least qualified mother. Ningxi was speechless. What the fuck? How am I not a good mother? Because of your image, Lin Jiji said. Ningxi was instantly choked. She said angrily, this is discrimination. The most important thing about variety shows was conflict. Only when there was conflict would there be something interesting to watch. Choosing a gorgeous, young, and beautiful female celebrity who did not know how to take care of a child would make the audience want to see how she would behave. Chapter 1002. Ningxi and Lin Jiji discussed the details in detail and decided to go to the filming of Baby Meng next week. After returning home, Ningxi changed into men's clothes and called Zhuang Kuer. Zhuang Kuer had helped her so much without saying a word. She still owed her a big meal. Now she finally had time to treat her. In order to make her happy, she deliberately changed into men's clothes. Hello Kuer, hello Xiaoxi. The voice on the other end of the phone sounded hoarse and weak. Ningxi immediately frowned. Kuer, what's wrong with your voice? Are you sick? Ahem. I'm fine. I just have a cold and a fever. Why do you have a fever? Have you seen a doctor? Have you taken your medicine? Yes, I've taken my medicine. Don't worry, I'll be fine after a nap. What's the matter? Nothing, I just want to treat you to a meal, but you can have it anytime. Your health is more important. You should rest at home first. Okay. Zhuang Kuer sounded a little regretful. Ningxi finally finished her work and asked her to have a meal together, but she got sick. Ningxi naturally heard Zhuang Kuer's disappointment and chuckled. I'll go to your house tomorrow to see you. Really? Zhuang Kuer immediately cheered up. Don't you need to film? It's already finished, so I'm quite free recently. Do you want to eat anything? I'll make it for you. Ningxi asked. There's no taste in my mouth. I have no appetite. I don't know what I want to eat. Then I'll do as I see fit. Just wait and eat. Okay. After hanging up the phone, Ningxi saw that she had changed her clothes. It would be a pity if she didn't go out, so she asked Tang Lang out for a drink. She also wanted to inquire about information from them. Originally, when she learned that Yunshin and the others had returned to China, she had been a little anxious. As a result, after waiting for so many days, there was no movement at all, which made her even more anxious. She wondered if that guy was holding back some big move, right? Second senior brother, come out for a drink. It's the 8th bar from last time. It's my treat. Brat, you still want to lie to me. Do you think I'm stupid? I'll be fooled this time. I won't go even if you beat me to death. I won't go even if there's a room full of beautiful girls. Tang Lang's roar that came from the depths of his soul came from the other end of the phone. Ningxi was speechless as she listened to the excited voice on the other end of the phone. Calm down, okay? This time, I really just wanted to have a drink and chat with you. Liar. I'm not lying. Besides, eldest senior brother had already beaten you up once before. How could he beat you up again? Are you asking for a beating? Yes. Ningxi and Tang Lang bickered for a long time before the other party finally popped his head out. The most exaggerated thing was that this guy was actually wearing his little security guard uniform. Damn. Why are you dressed like this? It's easy for me to cover. Tang Lang was still looking around, making sure that Ningxi was the only one who wasn't ambushed before sitting down. Look at you, you good for nothing. Ningxi had a look of disdain on her face. Tang Lang immediately replied with disdain. You still have the nerve to say that about me? Who was the one who betrayed me without hesitation under Tang Ye's tyranny? Ningxi coughed lightly. All right, let's not talk about this anymore. Have you been in contact with eldest senior brother recently? Before I can beat him, do I dare to contact him? Tang Lang said snappily. All right. This drink was for nothing. I wanted to ask you about some news. Ningxi sighed. Tang Lang took a sip of wine and said faintly, News? I really have one here. Chapter 1003. What? What news? Ningxi immediately asked. Although I didn't contact Tang Yi, I met with your third senior sister. She asked me to remind you to be careful. Feng Jin might be up to something big soon. Tang Lang said. Hearing that, Ningxi exploded. Holy shit. Since third senior sister asked you to remind me, why didn't you tell me earlier? If I didn't ask you, you wouldn't have told me, right? Don't be so petty to take revenge. Tang Lang rolled his eyes at her. Revenge my ass. It was Feng Jin who did it. Do you think being careful will work? You might as well not know anything and continue to be carefree. Besides, you have someone backing you up. What are you afraid of? Tang Lang said the second half of the sentence sourly. All right. Ningxi couldn't refute him. But she was really curious. How would Great Advisor Feng deal with her? It would probably be very exciting. Looking at Ningxi's rosy complexion, Tang Lang couldn't help but mutter. I say every day, other than acting and working to earn money, you're dating and taking care of the child. I almost thought that you were possessed by something. You used to be itchy all over if you didn't seek death for more than a week. Tang Lang was referring to her love of extreme sports. It was really like a drug addiction. She would feel uncomfortable every few days if she didn't seek death. Ningxi held her chin and sighed. That's because my life was too boring. I've become numb to eating, drinking, and having fun. Naturally, I could only risk my life. As for now, what about now? After meeting my darling and little baby, my life has been very interesting every day. Of course, I don't need to seek death. Just as Ningxi finished speaking, Tang Lang raised his hand and slapped himself. Who asked you to ask? Who asked you to ask? You've been abused. You don't learn. It wasn't even midnight when Ningxi went to the bar. She didn't stay long before she said that she wanted to leave. Tang Lang muttered in dissatisfaction as he followed her out of the bar. Just as Ningxi was about to bid farewell to Tang Lang, she suddenly saw a group of teenagers dressed in heavy metal clothing walking towards them from the corner of her eyes. The young man in the lead was wearing a pair of Harlan pants and a colorful jacket. He was hugging a hot girl in his arms, looking very pleased with himself. When Ningxi saw that boy, she frowned and her face darkened. Zhuangrongguang. Damn it. Isn't there an access control system? What time is it? Why is this brat still outside? Zhuang Kuer's illness was very serious. It was most likely because of this brat. Zhuangrongguang answered a call while walking, and then hung up with an extremely impatient look. Then he turned off his phone, and continued to talk to the people around him while hugging the beauty in his arms. Brothers, let's continue in another place. Tonight, I won't go home until I'm drunk. My treat. Oh, the crowd cheered. Photon, where did you get the money? Wasn't your card blocked by your family? I tricked my sister. Pooh, I took some from my sister. Your sister treats you so well. What's so good about it? I'm annoyed to death by her every day. Tang Lang saw that Ningxi was suddenly staring at a hot girl in a daze. He couldn't help but twitch his mouth. Old habits again? Why can't you move when you see a good-looking girl? Is she that good-looking? Ningxi rolled up her sleeves. Look, I'm going to fucking rob you. Chapter 1004. As soon as he said that, Tang Lang was dumbfounded. Then he saw Ningxi stride towards the group of youths, and without saying a word he grabbed the woman's hand in Zhuang Rongguang's arms and pulled her into his arms. The woman in his arms was suddenly pulled away, and Zhuang Rongguang suddenly became furious. Fuck! Where did this lunatic come from? What are you doing? The woman who was pulled over by Ningxi was about to curse, but when she turned her head, she was stunned. The man under the moonlight had a breathtaking face, and between his brows was arrogant and egotistical. That pair of cold eyes seemed to be able to suck people's souls. So handsome. What a handsome brother. Ningxi hugged the person and said expressionlessly, I've taken a fancy to this girl. This tone was called arrogant. The beauty who was being hugged stared at Ningxi with an intoxicated expression. It seemed that not only did she not have the intention to struggle, she almost took the initiative to give herself to him. Ningxi's arrogant tone and the beauty's attitude made Zhuang Rongguang explode. Fuck! Stinking brat. You're fucking courting death. Not only Zhuang Rongguang, but the others beside him were also furious. Where did this brat come from? He's crazy. Did he drink too much? Who cares? Beat him to death. Brothers attack. 10 minutes later, more than a dozen young men were lying on the ground in a disorderly manner. Each and every one of them was wailing like pigs being slaughtered. This was simply a disgrace. There were so many of them, but they couldn't even beat this brat. Not only that, they couldn't even touch a single hair of hers. This was really a great humiliation. Especially Zhuang Rongguang, he was hit in the face, and before the wounds on his face recovered, he wouldn't be able to go out for at least 10 days to half a month. Tang Lang, who was behind him, watched this scene with his eyes wide open, dumbfounded. He was wrong. He was really wrong. Only a crazy person would think that this brat had turned over a new leaf. He was still fucking unrestrained. Zhuang Rongguang covered his face that looked like a pig's head. Stinking brat, which path are you from? Tell me your name. You actually dare to touch me and steal my woman. You're fucking dead. Do you know who I am? Ningxi squatted down in front of the arrogant Zhuang Rongguang and said coldly, Zhuang Rongguang. That idiot from the Zhuang family is useless. You're the one I'm hitting. You're the one I'm robbing. Moreover, every time I see you, I'll beat you up. Every time I see you, I'll beat you up. Zhuang Rongguang inexplicably felt that this tone was somewhat familiar, but he couldn't recall where he had heard it before. Not only that, but this routine of snatching a woman and then beating someone up was also inexplicably familiar. Zhuang Rongguang was dizzy from the beating and couldn't think too much. He just stared angrily at the man in front of him. Bastard! Who are you calling an idiot? Who the hell are you? Could it be an enemy? But he didn't even know this person. This kid was so devilishly handsome. If it was someone he knew, there was no way he wouldn't be able to remember. Ningxi stood up and looked down at him. You'll know soon. Sigh. Handsome brother, wait for me. How could you forget about me? That hot girl saw that Ningxi was about to leave and hurriedly chased after her. Ningxi then remembered that there was such a thing. She casually pushed the girl towards Tang Lang, who was behind her. Single dog, I'll give her to you. Then she swaggered off. That girl was so angry that she stomped her feet. When she saw that Tang Lang was not bad looking, her eyes lit up. However, after seeing Ningxi like this, she couldn't take it lying down. She hurriedly looked at Tang Lang and asked, Brother, do you know that brother's phone number? Can you give it to me? Tang Lang, 110. Chapter 1005. The next morning, Ningxi woke up early and put on the new men's clothes that she had just bought. She cooked a pot of fragrant seafood porridge and placed it in a thermos. Then, she brought it to the Zhuang family to visit the patient. At number 7 Chang'an Road, the guard was very vigilant when he saw that the visitor was a young man dressed fashionably. After calling the Zhuang family, he let Ningxi in suspiciously. When they arrived, a servant led Ningxi upstairs. Zhuang Ku'er had almost no friends, let alone the opposite sex, and he was such a handsome young man, so the servant was very curious and stole a few glances at Ningxi along the way. Miss Ning's room is here. The servant led her to Zhuang Ku'er's door. Thank you. Xiaoxi, come in. Zhuang Kuer's hurried voice came from the bedroom. As soon as Ningxi entered, she saw Zhuang Kuer running around in circles. She couldn't help but ask, Kuer, what are you doing? I didn't expect you to come so early. I haven't had time to put on makeup and change clothes. Zhuang Kuer looked anxious. Ningxi helplessly helped her lie back on the bed. My dear miss, you're beautiful enough. Brother Shi, you're wearing men's clothes today. Zhuang Kuer noticed Ningxi's clothes, and her eyes lit up. She even changed the way she addressed him. Ningxi chuckled and teased. Yes. I promised you that you would have the opportunity to see your idol in the future, didn't I? Besides, seeing a handsome guy is good for physical and mental happiness and recovery. Ningxi said and opened the thermos she brought. I came early to bring you breakfast. I guess you don't have an appetite, so I made you seafood porridge. Have a taste. Thank you. Zhuang Kuer didn't expect Ningxi to be so considerate. She was so moved that she didn't know what to do. Don't thank me. I should be the one thanking you. Ningxi was a person who would definitely take revenge for any enmity and repay kindness 1,000 times over. What she couldn't stand the most was others being nice to her. If others were really nice to her, she wouldn't hesitate to repay them with her life, let alone such a small thing. Is it delicious? Ningxi fed her mouthful by mouthful. Zhuang Kuer had eaten more than half of the bucket, and still felt unsatisfied. She said, well, it's delicious. Brother Shi, how did you make it? The porridge made at home has no taste at all, but this one smells so good. If you want to learn, I can teach you next time. Okay. Old Sir and Chief Zhuang are not at home today? Grandpa is in the nursing home. Father is in the army these few days. Mother is always away from home. So, I'm the only one at home. Oh no, my brother is here too. I think he got into a fight with someone again last night. Luckily, Father isn't around these 2 days. Otherwise, if he found out. Zhuang Kuer was talking to Ningxi when the door was pushed open rudely. Outside the door, Zhuang Rongguang stood there with a pig-like face. Sis, you. Before she could finish her words, Zhuang Rongguang's pig-like face became even more distorted. He looked like he had seen a ghost. Then he flew into a rage. He stared at Ningxi and roared. Fuck. Bastard. How could it be you? Zhuang Kuer immediately frowned. Rongguang, don't be so rude. Sis, why is this guy in our house? What's the relationship between the two of you? What's going on? Zhuang Rongguang felt like he was going crazy. It was like he was having a nightmare. Why would this guy appear in his house so early in the morning and sit on his sister's bed? Fuck. Chapter 1006. He's sister's friend. What's wrong? Zhuang Kuer was puzzled and felt that Zhuang Rongguang's reaction was strange. Zhuang Rongguang said excitedly, friend? Sister, don't be fooled by him. He's a bastard. He's the bastard who beat me up last night and snatched my girl. Look at my face, it's almost ruined. What did you say? Really? Zhuang Kuer's face changed. Zhuang Rongguang gritted his teeth and stared at Ningxi, complaining incessantly. It's true. Sister, this guy must have a grudge against me. Not only did he steal my girl, but now he wants to hurt you. Last night my brothers and I were fine, but he... Zhuang Kuer held Ningxi's hand nervously. Brother Shi, did you fight with them? Are you okay? Are you hurt? Ningxi patted Zhuang Kuer's hand and comforted her. I'm fine. Don't worry. They can't hurt me. That's good. Zhuang Kuer patted her chest and breathed a sigh of relief. Zhuang Rongguang almost vomited blood as he watched from the side. Fuck. What's going on? Sister, are you even listening to what I'm saying? I said this guy beat me up and stole my girl. Be quiet, I'm not deaf. I beat you up for your own good. Zhuang Kuer said angrily. Zhuang Rongguang couldn't believe it. Sister, you've been bewitched by this brat. Zhuang Rongguang said angrily and looked at Ningxi. Bastard, what kind of drug did you give my sister? I'll kill you. Zhuang Rongguang had just rushed over, but the next second, he fell to the ground with a thud. Zhuang Rongguang held his waist, feeling that he was going crazy. Why did this guy's trick of tripping him feel so familiar? Who the hell was this bastard? I'll take responsibility for what I did. Come at me if you have any problems. Don't provoke my sister. Zhuang Rongguang struggled to get up. Ningxi crossed her arms over her chest and clicked her tongue. You finally said something sensible. Cut the crap. Just tell me what you want. Zhuang Rongguang said fiercely. Damn it. Although his sister was long-winded and annoying, he was the one who doted on and protected her the most. Now, he didn't know where this stinky brat came from, but his sister actually scolded him indiscriminately, because of him. This was simply intolerable. You want me to not provoke your sister? Fine. Just defeat me. Ningxi said softly. You. Zhuang Rongguang's face turned the color of a pig's liver. Last night, more than a dozen of them couldn't even touch a hair on his head. Now that he was alone, how could he defeat him? This kid was clearly humiliating him on purpose. Looking at Zhuang Rongguang's angry face, Ningxi touched her chin and said quietly, It's a bit hard for you to fight. For your sister's sake, we can change the competition method. What kind of competition? Zhuang Rongguang asked warily. My rule is that you can pick any event you want. As long as you can beat me in one of them, you win. Ningxi said. Fuck. Stinking brat. So arrogant. Is that true? A gentleman keeps his word. Any event. Games are fine too. Zhuang Rongguang asked tentatively. He carefully thought about what he was best at. In the end, all he could think of was eating, drinking, and having fun. It seemed like the only thing he was most confident in was gaming. Although his Glory of Light account in Holy Realm was useless, it was nothing to sneak in once. Hearing this, Ningxi smiled faintly. Of course. Chapter 1007. Are you sure? Do you even know how to play games? Do you know about Holy Domain? Zhuang Rongguang looked at the man in front of him suspiciously. He felt that this guy's smile was a little strange. I happen to have an account, Ningxi replied. This kid plays Holy Domain too? Zhuang Rongguang was a little surprised. Then Zhuang Rongguang listed a few more game names, but this guy actually knew all of them. In the end, after thinking about it, he decided to choose Holy Domain. After all, this was the game he was the best at. He had wanted to borrow a similar account from someone else. After all, not only had he been kidnapped last time, but he had also been tortured again and again. He had also lost a bet and promised to delete the game in front of the entire server. Now he had to use his main account again. It was really embarrassing. However, if this kid's equipment was good, he would be in trouble if he lost. The Glory of Light account was equipped with top-notch equipment and was ranked 10th on the PK leaderboard. He did not believe that this bastard's account could be better than his. Damn it, forget it. It's more important to get him away from his sister. Otherwise, if this guy became his brother-in-law, he might as well kill himself. Thinking of this, Zhuang Rongguang immediately said, Holy Domain then. Let's PK. 1 round to decide the winner. What do you think? Ningxi said, Sure, I'm fine with anything. Thus, the two of them entered Zhuang Rongguang's room. Zhuang Kuo was worried and followed them. Zhuang Rongguang's room was a typical boy's room. Don't say that I'm bullying you. I have 2 computers with the same configuration. You can pick one. Sure. Ningxi randomly picked one, and the two of them sat down. After sitting down, Zhuang Rongguang logged into the game. Ningxi was not in a hurry. She sat there and slowly opened the login interface. She even admired the newly updated login interface for a while. As soon as Zhuang Rongguang logged in, many of his friends ran over to ask him why he was back. Zhuang Rongguang impatiently replied, It's not me. As Zhuang Rongguang had not logged in since the last time he logged in, the location where his character stayed was still near the Moon Temple when he was killed by Feng Ling. During the time when he wasn't online, this place had become a famous scenic spot. Many players came over for sightseeing and gossiped about God Feng Ling's style of snatching a bride and bullying noobs. Therefore, as soon as Glory of Light appeared, many players discovered it, and the world channel was in an uproar. Out of sight, out of mind, Zhuang Rongguang blocked them all and looked at Ningxi smugly. This is my account. It's not too late to regret. He did not forget to show off to Zhuang Kuo, Sister, look at my game character. Let me tell you, A full set of godly equipment. It's very valuable. Ningxi glanced at Zhuang Rongguang's screen. Sure enough, Zhuang Rongguang logged into his main account, Glory of Light. Ningxi's gaze made Zhuang Rongguang inexplicably unhappy. What are you looking at? Where's your account? Hurry and log in. It was too late for regrets. Otherwise, leave my sister immediately and get out of my house. Ningxi's finger rested on the mouse. With a click, she lightly pressed the enter key and her character entered the game. With a ding-dong sound, a bright red and eye-catching announcement popped up in the World Channel. The PK Leaderboard's number 1, Lord Fengling has arrived. Then, opposite of Glory of Light, a light effect of the game character's login flashed. A man carrying a huge silver scythe on his shoulder appeared in front of him. You're tuning in to the Li Mei's Wuxia Whispers YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.